Hi, I guess by virtue of the fact that you're watching this video, you're interested in taking A-level history. And why not? It's wonderful. So what I'm going to do in the next few minutes is take some time to explain to you how the course works and give you an insight into A-level history, try and answer some frequently asked questions so that you can make an educated decision about whether or not to choose history. And then when you've done some thinking, you can choose history. So a frequently asked question is, well, what topics do we study? Well, you'll be studying two topics alongside each other. The first is the Brett study, the Tudors, 1485 to 1603. This is a really, really wonderful course. We look at the accession of Henry VII right through to Elizabeth I. It's about power and passion and politics and intrigue. It's really genuinely fascinating, and we look at some incredibly colourful individuals along the way. We also study democracy and Nazism, 1918 to 45. We look at Germany following World War I and the socio-economic problems that she faced, and we look at how Hitler rose to power and the impact that Hitler had on the German people once he had done so. For example, women and children and minority groups. Again, a really, really fascinating unit of work. We also do a non-exam assessment, or an NEA, and we look at Spain at the time of the Inquisition. Again, this is really exciting because it gives you a chance to undertake a piece of historical research and writing. And so it really gives you a chance to become a historian. And this slide illustrates how you will be assessed. So you can see that for both the Tudors and democracy and Nazism, you will sit examination papers, each of which is worth 40%. Each paper lasts 2.5 hours. The non-exam assessment, or NEA, is 20% of your course in total. So what kind of students are we looking for? Well, we're looking for students who are passionate about history and want to learn more about history and the topics that we study. We want to encourage independent learners, students who are prepared to go out and do wider reading and undertake their own research above and beyond what we offer in the A-level classroom. We want curious students who want to ask questions and find out more about the past. And we want students who are willing to share their opinions in debates and challenge the viewpoints of others. History is about thinking and it's about feeling, and thinking, talk and discussion and debate can really help to generate a much deeper understanding. So why study history? Well, often students will ask, who will teach me? Well, you'll be taught by, in the first instance, Miss Rains and I. We have a wealth of A-level experience. We've been teaching A-level for a long time now, and we get really, really great results. So you'll be in safe hands. GCSE history, or A-level history, is great preparation for higher education, and it combines well with loads of other subjects at university. But more importantly, it can provide you with really valuable life skills that can help you grow as a person and understand yourself and those around you, and it can help you to play a meaningful role in society. It's often also said that history is limited in terms of the jobs that it offers at the end. This is quite frankly ridiculous. History links fantastically well with all aspects of the working world, from business right through to law and so on and so forth. And these are the skills that choosing A-level history will help you to develop. For example, an A-level historian will ask questions to understand more and will always dig more deeply. We're used to making links between different factors, events and individuals to help us make sense of new information. We're often asked to use our imagination to come up with new and different angles of looking at things. Reasoning and analytical skills, thinking about things in a coherent and logical manner to come to a conclusion. Being able to work independently or with others when required. To understand and accept the views and opinions of others. History develops this skill. It helps us to become tolerant and understanding human beings. It also helps us to develop the skill of empathy, being able to put ourselves in other people's shoes and understand how they feel. And it also helps us to look closely and take time to notice the small details. History is an incredibly vibrant subject at A-level, and we're very, very passionate about it. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what some of our current Year 12 students have to say about studying history at A-level. Take care.
We picked A-level history, so I found it really interesting and really enjoyable at GCSE.
And the jump from GCSE to A-level is quite easy because a lot of the stuff you learn in GCSE comes up in A-level, like Elizabeth and the Tudors.
I'd say it's about very targeted feedback. It's not very general at GCSE. It's like, the whole class needed to work on this. But at A-level, because obviously it's smaller, very, very targeted to the specific person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the lessons are always really well planned.
I developed a passion for history at GCSE level and decided that taking an A-level in it was the best way to develop it.
At A-level, you'll have smaller class sizes, meaning that your teaching is more directed, allowing you to further improve your work.
And any feedback given is both verbal and written, and gives you tips and tricks as well as things you can do different to improve next time.
The jump from GCSE to A-level isn't as big as you may think, as there are cross-curricular links such as studying Elizabeth I at GCSE and then further taking that to the Tudors at A-level, and also studying World War I at GCSE and studying Germany after World War I at A-level.
I know some people get worried about the workload, but with some outside learning and a lot of dedication, it's not that bad and can become really enjoyable and interesting.